You're about to discover something almost no one talks about, yet it has the power to transform your energy, your weight, your mood, your cravings, and even the way your body stores fat, without extreme diets, without supplements, and without complicated routines. And what's even more shocking is that this single habit is already built into your biology. Most people ignore it, most doctors never mention it, and yet it's the one switch that can reverse insulin resistance faster than anything else. And once you turn it on, your body starts working for you instead of against you. Insulin resistance is the hidden root behind stubborn belly fat, brain fog, low energy, cravings for carbs and sugar, trouble sleeping, and that feeling like no matter what you do, your body refuses to burn fat. It's not that you're not trying hard enough, it's that your cells simply aren't responding to insulin normally anymore, and when that happens, your body gets stuck in fat storing mode. What I want to do today is show you the one habit that resets that sensitivity, flips your metabolism, and starts restoring your energy, focus, and fat burning ability almost automatically. Once you understand why this works, you'll wonder why nobody told you sooner. Your body has two modes, storing energy or burning energy. Insulin is the hormone that decides which one you're in. The problem is, in today's world, insulin is almost always high because of constant eating, hidden sugars, snacking, refined carbs, stress, poor sleep, and inflammation. It's not one big thing. It's the accumulation of small habits repeated day after day. And when insulin stays high, your cells stop listening. That's when insulin resistance starts. The irony is that your body responds by producing even more insulin to compensate, worsening the problem. The more insulin you produce, the more resistance you develop. The more resistance you develop, the more fat you store, especially around the liver and belly. But the good news is this: your body is incredibly responsive once you remove the pressure. Think of your cells like someone who's been yelled at all day. Eventually, they stop responding, but the moment things become quiet, they become sensitive again. The habit that reverses insulin resistance quickly, faster than any diet or supplement, is giving your insulin a break. Allowing periods of time where insulin drops, allowing your body to reset, repair, and regain sensitivity. This habit is not starvation, it's not extreme fasting. It's simply spacing out your meals so your insulin levels have time to fall back to baseline. The habit is, stop eating so frequently and allow your insulin to rest. In simple terms, extend the gaps between your meals. Most people eat 5 to 8 times a day without realizing it. The coffee with sugar, the biscuit, the fruit juice, the handful of nuts, the lunch, the snack, the soda, the dinner. Every time you eat, insulin spikes. Your pancreas never gets a break. Your cells never get a break. So the first step is to reduce how often you eat. And when you do this, something remarkable happens. Insulin starts dropping naturally, and your body becomes more sensitive again. Your cells suddenly begin absorbing glucose again. Your liver starts releasing stored fat. Your metabolism shifts from sugar, burning to fat, burning, and the results show up quickly, usually within days. But this habit works even better when you pair it with nutrient-dense meals that keep your blood sugar stable. Because when your meals contain protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich vegetables, you naturally feel fuller longer. That means you won't crave snacks, your hunger stabilizes, and your blood sugar stops spiking all day long. Stable blood sugar means lower insulin. Lower insulin means more sensitivity. More sensitivity means your body stops storing fat and starts burning it. Most people assume reversing insulin resistance requires strict keto or intense fasting. Those are tools, but not the requirement. All you need to do is give your body predictable, consistent breaks between meals. For many people, that starts with simply eliminating snacks. Just that one change is enough to break the cycle. Your pancreas finally gets to relax. Your liver finally gets to release stored fat. Your cells finally start listening again, but the body goes even deeper when those breaks between meals extend a bit longer. When insulin stays low for several hours, your body activates certain pathways that repair mitochondria and reduce inflammation. These are the same processes associated with longevity, better brain function, improved hormones, and sustained fat loss. Think of it like your body switching from maintenance mode to restoration mode. This is why people suddenly notice clearer skin, less bloating, better digestion, more mental clarity, and steady energy. It's not magic, it's biology working exactly as designed. Most people who struggle with insulin resistance wake up in the morning and immediately eat. Then they snack before lunch. Then they eat lunch. Then a mid-afternoon snack, then dinner, then tea with something sweet at night. Insulin never goes down. That's why one of the fastest ways to regain sensitivity is to delay your first meal just a little bit. If you normally eat at 8 a.m., try 9 or 10 a.m. Those extra hours without insulin give your body enormous metabolic relief. Combine that with eliminating evening snacks, and you've taken 2 massive steps toward reversing the root problem. When your insulin finally drops low for long enough, your fat cells open. They release stored fatty acids. Your body finally gets access to its own fuel, and when that happens, your appetite goes down naturally. You no longer feel controlled by cravings. You no longer experience the energy roller coaster. You start feeling satisfied with less food. Your mood stabilizes, your sleep improves, and belly fat begins to shrink because your liver is finally reducing its fat load. Sleep is another major factor. When you don't sleep well, cortisol rises and pushes insulin higher. This makes you hungrier the next day. So part of reversing insulin resistance is improving sleep quality. Avoid eating late at night. Allow 2 to 3 hours before bed without food. This gives your body enough time to lower insulin and activate nighttime repair mechanisms, and this habit alone massively improves morning energy levels. Movement also plays a huge role, especially right after meals. You don't need intense exercise. Simply walking for 10 to 15 minutes after eating dramatically lowers insulin levels and improves glucose uptake in the muscles. This is one of the fastest hacks for reversing insulin resistance because your muscles act like a sponge. They pull glucose out of the blood without needing insulin. When this happens repeatedly, your cells regain sensitivity far faster. Another powerful habit is increasing foods that naturally stabilize blood sugar. Foods like eggs, leafy greens, nuts, avocado, salmon, chia seeds, and cruciferous vegetables keep insulin low and stable. On the other hand, foods like bread, rice, pasta, sugar, pastries, sweetened drinks, and even certain fruits spike insulin dramatically. When you simply shift your diet to nutrient-dense whole foods, your insulin naturally decreases. And when insulin is lower throughout the day, your body can recover more quickly overnight. Hydration also plays a surprisingly big role. When you're dehydrated, your blood sugar becomes more concentrated, which forces your pancreas to release more insulin. Drinking enough water helps keep blood sugar stable, supports liver detoxification, and reduces cravings. Adding electrolytes without sugar helps even more because it stabilizes your energy and prevents false hunger signals. Stress is another silent driver of insulin resistance. When cortisol rises, your liver dumps stored glucose into your bloodstream, causing insulin to spike even when you haven't eaten. This is why stress alone can cause belly fat. Implementing even a few minutes of deep breathing, stretching, or slow walking can reduce cortisol and help normalize insulin levels. Your nervous system plays a massive role in your metabolic health. What's incredible is how quickly people start noticing results when they adopt this single habit of spacing meals and letting insulin rest. Within a few days, energy levels rise. Within a week, cravings diminish. Within a few weeks, belly fat becomes easier to lose, the face looks less puffy, and inflammation decreases. Within a month or two, lab markers like fasting insulin, A1C, triglycerides, and liver enzymes start improving. And this happens without suffering, without deprivation, and without extreme diets, simply by working with the body's natural rhythm. Your pancreas doesn't want to work non-stop. Your liver doesn't want to stay inflamed. Your cells don't want to be insulin resistant. They want to respond. They want to burn fat. They want to heal. All they need is a break from constant stimulation. If you take one thing away today, it's this: your body already knows how to reverse insulin resistance. You just need to stop interrupting the process. Give yourself longer breaks between meals, lower the frequency of eating, support your body with real, nutrient-dense foods, move a little after meals. Don't eat late, manage stress, drink enough water, sleep better. These small changes, practiced consistently, restore the sensitivity that controls your metabolism, energy, weight, and overall health. If you've been struggling with weight loss, fatigue, cravings, or stubborn belly fat, this habit may finally unlock everything your body has been trying to do all along. Once your insulin becomes sensitive again, everything changes. Your metabolism wakes up, your belly shrinks, your cravings disappear, your mind clears, and your body starts responding the way it was always meant to.